A little over a year ago, when my husband Sean and I decided to sponsor a child through Asian Aid, I never would have imagined that I would end up meeting our sponsored child in India.
I'm thinking I want to become a nurse.
Oh. It was an experience made more incredible and exciting because this was also our daughter's first trip outside of North America.
Well, I was super excited about coming. I mean, I knew it would be a life-changing experience, and it has been so far.
Together, we discovered a land full of color and contrast. We met Sheila, our sponsored daughter, rode on a school bus with her, and in doing all this, came across people who put their lives in danger to rescue girls in peril.
The risk is huge. I've always known that there is a risk in this, of being involved. But I think, I don't think we can sit quiet about it either.
And witness the wondrous work being carried out in the slums. We experienced firsthand the transformation Asian Aid is making in the lives of thousands of children across India.
India is a land full of contrast. It's a land of great mystery and beauty. It's a land of unspeakable despair. But traveling through India, one thing is for sure. It's a land filled with people who should never be underestimated. For the last 40 years, Asian Aid has invested in the futures of people who have never been given such a chance, and their investment has proven infinite returns. Driven by the vision of Helen Eager, dedicated to helping those who have the least, Asian Aid is an organization implementing diverse development projects and sponsoring thousands of children. Their outreach spans from Bangladesh to Nepal, Sri Lanka, and beyond. From remote villages and empty fields to sprawling centers of education, from nothing to the unimaginable. Now, Asian Aid decided to document the work it has been doing all these years with a desire to show the world what is possible. By digging wells in remote villages for clean drinking water, and bringing much-needed health care to the women of Nepal. By providing an education for orphans, deaf, and blind children, giving them a sense of place, a home. But what we really discovered was being given was hope. Giving hope to children, giving hope to women, giving hope to the ones who need it the most. This is Hope in Motion.
Ladies and gentlemen, landing shortly at Bangalore. Kindly return to your seat, ensure your cabin baggage is stowed, seat bag is surprised, and radio is closed. All electronic equipment should be switched off at this time. Please ensure your window shield is kept in the open position. Thank you.
We arrive in Bangalore, India, late at night on the 2nd of July. A day's rest and some shopping did us good and rejuvenates us for the long trip ahead. We are ready for our Indian adventure. Has the city always been busy like this?
No, the city has changed. I've lived in this city now for 17 years. And the last 10 years, I would say, the city's really changed. I think there's been an influx of people. The city is the IT hub of India, and I think in the last 10 years, every major multinational has moved an office to Bangalore.
The following day, we meet with Anita at Oasis. Now, Oasis's office is tucked behind a gate with only a small, nondescript sign indicating its presence. We slip upstairs and meet Anita and her team, a group of about 10 people. Oasis is a rescue operation, rescuing girls from human trafficking. Young girls are trafficked, confined, and raped, then forced into the prostitution trade. Jim and I meet Anita in her office. She tells us that corruption and lack of manpower in the enforcement agencies has made this a rampant problem in big cities like Bangalore.
It is a huge problem in India. I think the US puts the figures at about 100 million, but the actual figures will be much, much higher because these figures are from about 4 years ago. I think the people on the ground see for themselves the number of people being rescued. So in this last 6 months, we've had 42 girls from Bangladesh alone rescued in one district in Bangalore. So you can imagine the numbers that are coming in from Bangladesh, from Nepal, but the numbers trafficked within India are huge as well.
The primary motive at Oasis is to rescue these trafficked girls, but it's not as easy as it sounds. There is a lot of planning, networking, and in almost all cases, this involves undercover operations. The risk is huge, and the situation is delicate and complicated. Anita and her team have been threatened physically. There are tremendous sums of money involved.
The risk is huge. I've always known that there is a risk in this, of being involved. But I think, I don't think we can sit quiet about it either. Being an Indian woman myself, and having seen what happens, and having seen the fact that people do not want to get involved in really high risk things.
When the girls are rescued, it does not necessarily mean freedom. They face a lot of emotional and physical challenges. They are, understandably, afraid and ashamed. They're cut off from any support from family. The physical abuse these girls undergo during captivity is appalling.
I think if I have to speak about the worst kind of cases I've seen, I saw a 2.5-year-old girl who had been slashed many times around her waist and her bottom, and had been burnt with cigarette butts all around, all around her private parts. So I think that was one of the worst. You know, the level of abuse sometimes is just huge and horrid. When they're first brought in and they're broken, you know, their will to do this is broken, they're abused very, very badly by the pimps. And so during that time they're chained, they're beaten, they're starved, and physically very badly abused.
Asian Aid, with its Operation Child Rescue Program, has joined hands with Oasis, supporting them with funds necessary to facilitate this rescue effort and the crucial rehabilitation for the children. Sitting and talking to Anita, I made aware of the huge risk that she is taking and the dedication and courage she has to undertake this dangerous mission.
I think if I wasn't doing this, and if I wasn't being involved in this, I don't think my heart would be silent on this. I think I choose to have the courage to do this.
Anita's motives are purely Christian. She knows that the only hope for these girls to recover from the abuse they've suffered is the hope that Christ can give. Oasis doesn't have its own rehab home and currently relies on government facilities. Anita's goal is to have a home of their own. Sadly, many of the girls rescued cannot overcome the pain or the shame. Some return to the lifestyle willingly, and rehabilitation is a crucial step. Coming out of the meeting with Anita, I am full of hope and encouragement for what she and her team are doing. At the same time, my heart is troubled as I try to comprehend the problems faced by innocent young girls in India. This is not the sort of beginning I had in mind when I first set out for India. On the plane ride from Bangalore to Visakhapatnam on the east coast of the Indian Peninsula, I have enough time to reflect on my meeting with Anita. I wonder what we will experience on the rest of our journey. Slowly the unsettled feeling fades and I focus on the exciting next step. Visakhapatnam, or Vizag as it's commonly known, is hot and humid. From the airport we are driven straight to a slum settlement in the center of the city. Just walking through its narrow alley is an experience in itself. We're guided to a freshly painted building. It's an Adventist school in the heart of the slum. This was unexpected. We are introduced to Naomi, the school principal, and we get to meet the kids in her classrooms. Gathered on the rooftop, the pleasant breeze is a welcome relief.
We're here in Vizag, and we've just visited the slum school that's been recently renovated. They've done a lot of renovations, particularly up here where we're gathered with the children here on the roof. This is an amazing experience to see the area that these kids live in that surrounds this school here. It's been great to be here. We get to come back in a few days. We're going to have the dedication for this newly renovated slum school.
After spending a couple of hours at the slum school, we head out to Boboli. Arriving at the Asian Aid School for the Blind in Boboli, we receive a warm welcome. Boys and girls on each side of the entranceway greet us with flowers and handshakes. I am surprised by how many more boys there are than girls. There are about 50 girls and 120 boys that live here at the school. Later, Pastor Paulson, the school principal, takes us on a tour of the campus. It's amazing to see how the blind children are taught and how they learn with their specialized equipment. The blind school will be our home for the rest of our stay in India.
So we're staying here at the Asian Aid School for the Blind in Boboli, and it's absolutely beautiful. Everything's green this time of year. The flowers are blooming. We even got to eat some guava. And even more beautiful are the students staying here. We had the privilege this morning of going through the school. Pastor Paulson showed Natalie and Naomi around, and the beautiful wide open hallways where the students can easily maneuver their way around. We got to see where they live. It was an incredible privilege to see the kids doing their math, writing Braille, using the Braille computers. It was amazing. And we're so thankful to be able to be here. We're really close to where Sunrise Home is and where Sheila lives, and we're looking forward to getting to meet her soon. And just incredibly blessed to be able to see and stay at these amazing facilities here at the Blind School.
On Sabbath morning, we attend church in Boboli. This is Sheila's church. It's nice to see children from Sunrise Home there and taking part in the Sabbath School program. The girls and I greet Sheila warmly. We can't talk much on this day, but it's an incredible experience to worship in Sheila's church with her. I'm overwhelmed with emotion. Change is possible. In the afternoon, we visit the village of Karada. The village is not far from Sunrise Home, and on the edge of town there's a church built a few years ago by Maranatha.
Well, I'm here in the village of Karada, which is real close to the new Sunrise Home that we are just completing. The exciting thing about this village is that the children and staff from Sunrise Home become involved with this village, both in Sabbath School and church, in a church nearby that hasn't had any leadership, and also with community work with health training. The great news is that the investment that many donors made in Sunrise is now paying off in the wider community, and we're real proud of that at Asian Aid.
The next day, we go to Sunrise Home to spend the day with Sheila, our sponsored daughter, and to have some dedicated time with her. This is the day we've been waiting so long for, and we are excited. We have so many questions about her day-to-day life, and we can't wait to spend time at Sunrise Home. Reaching Sunrise, we are greeted by Lalitha, the director, and all the kids. The girls all wear beautiful matching saris. We enjoy a quick tour of the facility. It's a very hot day, and so soon all the kids go inside to rest and cool off, and Natalie and Naomi are invited along, and they gladly join them. This gives me an opportunity to talk with Lalitha. So what was the old home like? I mean, this is beautiful. You've got a lot of open space. What was your old home like?
Old home is like congested.
Okay.
Children eating same place, drinking, eating, sleeping, watching TV, prayer same in the same room. They used to conduct everything there only. But after we came here, children they have a special prayer room. Children they have a special rooms to sleep, and they have a special dining hall to eat. So they have big playground, and they are enjoying the facilities what we have.
Well, our sponsor daughter, Sheila, we're so happy to meet her. She is such a sweet, beautiful girl.
Yeah.
And my husband is so sad he wasn't able to come and meet her.
Yeah.
But my daughters and I have loved meeting her.
Yeah.
We've written to her a few times and we've gotten to know her here, but we don't know really a lot of her story. Can you tell me a little bit about how she ended up here? Do you remember how it was when she arrived?
Yeah, I want to show her a photo when she came here.
Okay.
She was 9 years old or like 10 years old, and her big, she is having big stomach and small thin legs. And
was she malnourished? Is that why?
Malnutrition.
Okay.
Because she don't have enough of food.
That's sad.
So after they come here, they'll have a lot to eat. So we will provide them whatever they want.
Okay.
So she don't have mother. Mother died. Father was there, and father again he married another woman.
Oh, I see.
So stepmother she won't take care of her.
She didn't take care of Sheila. Oh,
So
that breaks my heart.
That time she came here. Father himself and the pastor, one of the pastor they recommended here.
Okay.
So she was brought here.
Oh, this is Sheila's file?
Yeah, this is Sheila when she came to Sunrise Home.
Oh, wow.
Here you can see her small, very thin hands.
Oh, she looks like a different person.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the dress when I came. She came here. I have bought her.
You got a special dress for her?
Yeah, special dress. Then this is the uniform.
Oh, 1990.
And you can see it here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's changed a lot, definitely.
Yeah, a lot.
Yes, yes. Sheila does look different from the first time she was brought to Sunrise. There is a kind of contentment that radiates from her face when I talk to her. I'm so glad that my daughters and I could come and spend a little bit of time with you and see where you live. This is a beautiful room that you're in. Do you like it here at Sunrise Home?
Yes.
You're happy?
Yeah.
Good. You seem very happy. Your mummy seems very kind to you and all of the children.
Yes. She's very kind.
Very good. Very nice. So you're studying in which standard now? Which grade?
Ninth grade.
What is your subject to study at school?
Biology.
Biology. Okay. And have you thought yet about what you'd like to do in the future?
I'm thinking I want to become nurse.
Oh, I can see you. Good. Well, do you remember when you were young and you first came to Sunrise Home? Do you remember that very much?
I will remember a little only.
Only a little bit. Do you feel like your life is very different here than it would have been if you hadn't come to Sunrise Home?
Yeah, it's very different.
Good. Well, I'm glad. I'm so pleased to spend time with you. I'm so blessed to be with you.
I too.
Well, it's an incredible privilege to be here with Sheila. It's just a dream come true to meet her. It's, it's one thing to see a picture, but to see her smiling face, how happy she is with all her sisters and brothers here, and just the spiritual level in this home is just incredible. And I'm so fortunate to be here and to see what a difference sponsorship can make. Indeed, sponsorship is making a difference. The more time I spend with Sheila and the more time I get to see what's being done at Sunrise, I'm glad that I have this association with it and that Sheila is an important part of our lives. It's incredible to have my daughters with me here at Sunrise Home. They've been able to play with Sheila, get to visit with her, and just spend some time with other kids doing what kids do. I can't tell you what a meaningful experience this is for them. I'm so thankful that I've been able to have them here and to have them share in this experience.
Well, I was super excited about coming. I mean, I knew it would be a life-changing experience, and it has been so far. It's a beautiful country, and I mean, there are very poor areas, but it's just the people here, they do feel privileged when they even get the smallest thing, and I think we just need to really keep that in our heads as we go through life.
Wow, it's beautiful up here. We're on the top of the water tower looking down on Sunrise Home. You can see the rural, beautiful green fields all around us. The rainy season has just passed, so it's gorgeous and green. And from up here, it's wonderful. You can see the almost brand new Sunrise campus. It was just dedicated this fall. You can see I can see the bus, the staff quarters, the boys and girls dorm, and the new girls dorm that they're building. The kids are very excited about that. It's been an amazing experience being here. There are ducks, there are wild turkeys. The kids are so happy. The kids are just so happy here. And they love to play in this field. They even have the river to go cool off in and splash in on a hot day. It's just an incredible experience to be here. I am so blessed and so overwhelmed by it. Well, it's Monday morning and we are on the Sunrise Home school bus and we are riding with Sheila and the other kids to their school this morning.
I can tell you, you are never too old to ride a school bus. This is fun.
This is Sheila's classroom. She's going to be studying here today. I talked to her on the school bus. She has all subjects today. Her favorite subject is biology. She's studying physics, mathematics. I can't tell you how that makes me feel to see her here in her classroom and to know that she's getting a good education. She's getting an Adventist education. She's being well prepared to go forward into high school, college. She wants to be a nurse, and I can see here that she's getting the preparation that she needs to do that. I can't tell you what a difference that makes for me to see that she's able to receive that through sponsorship.
While Sheila is at school, I want to visit a nearby village to see how life is for people there. Raj Varma, Asian Aid Field Officer, takes us to a village a few minutes' drive from Sunrise Home. There we meet a Christian woman, Pentama, a gregarious, gray-haired woman. She must be in her early 70s, and yet she tells me that she still works in the fields.
If you had had the chance as a girl to go to school, would you have liked that?
నువ్వు వయసులో ఉన్నప్పుడు చిన్నప్పుడు స్కూల్కి వెళ్ళే అవకాశం ఉంటే వెళ్ళేదాన్ని అటు చూసి మాట్లాడాలి అప్పుడు అవకాశం ఉంటే వెళ్ళేదానివా So I don't have any opportunity those days. My mother didn't send me to school, and those days no school also here. So my mother used to take me to the field work, farm work.
Field worker as a young girl. Okay.
Meeting Pentama at her home, I'm thankful for the opportunity Sheila has. What would have happened to her if she was left in her village? Would she be working in the fields, illiterate and with no hope? I dare not imagine the scenario. I have traveled to India with my husband Sean before in 2006, but this trip with Asian Aid has opened my eyes in a brand new way. I am touched by what Asian Aid is doing and the need of the happy, beautiful children moves me deeply. My daughters feel it too, and for that I feel very thankful. In the evening, we drive back to Vizag. It is hard to leave. It has been a life-changing week for my daughters and me. In Vizag the next morning, we return to the slum school for its dedication ceremony. Colorful banners are hanging and it's a high day. Principal Naomi greets us and we enjoy seeing the now familiar faces of the kids. At the dedication, we meet Ramini. She lives just down the narrow alleyway, a little ways from the school, and she attended this slum school as a child. Now she is in a boarding school in Rajamundry, and she plans to be a physician.
I like this school very much. This school is like my mother. This school will teach me everything. Teachers also help me so much. Sponsors and donors also help me so much to learn. Because of their grace, I am studying now. Really, I would like to thank them. I don't know who are they also. I doesn't see their face also.
It is an emotional experience to see the wondrous work that's been carried out in the slums. We see the change it has brought about in the community and experience firsthand the transformation AsianAid is making in the lives of thousands of children across India.
So not too long ago, Sean and I and our girls got involved with AsianAid, and it's been just over a year now that we've had Sheila as our sponsor daughter. I couldn't have ever imagined when we started that process that we would end up here in India, actually getting to meet Sheila and spend time with her, see where she lives, meet the kids she lives with and shares her life with. What an incredible experience it's been. It's been an incredible privilege to be here. I'm just so honored to be part of AsianAid and what they're doing, and I don't think this will be our last trip to India.